Mark, the People's Pledge down here on Tilbury on a Monday afternoon. What's the reaction been?
Well, for people who are in, it's been quite positive. A lot of people have heard about this campaign, which is interesting. So obviously the local press and your mention of it has helped. But yeah, I mean, look, I guess in an area like Tilbury and Grays, people have got a lot more things to be concerned about in many ways than a vote on whether we should be in the EU or not. But it's something that people feel quite strongly about, and a lot of people say they'd quite like to have a vote on it.
Is that the exact feedback you're getting on the door? Is it, they would just like to have, the argument about 1973 is the last time people really had a vote? Is that what you're hearing?
Well, so, older people will remember that, and they're saying that, and they do kind of feel deprived because there's a lot of people back then did feel quite strongly that something was happening that they weren't very happy about, and ever since then, this thing that they voted for or voted against has changed beyond recognition. But I think there's lots for other youngsters who can now see what is happening in other parts of Europe, especially Greece, that people are getting rather nervous, And so, yeah, people think, well, why won't the politicians allow us to have a vote? Why not have one?
You're using Thurrock as the pilot over this period of time between now and April. Will you afterwards reflect and learn from this experience?
Oh, undoubtedly. I mean, Thurrock, as people know, the MP here has got a very small majority, and she won't commit to supporting this, and the Labour opponent won't, and what have you. So it is a bit of a test bed, and if at the end of all of this, when people have voted on April the 5th, we change their minds, then that's a great success, and you take that on to the next place.
You mentioned the local MP, Jackie Dawn-Price, and the PPC, Polly Billington. Do you think it's a bit of a political hot potato for them, and looking at the big picture?
Oh, I think it's an enormous hot potato for them. I mean, the bulk of the supporters of all the parties actually are in favour of a referendum, but the leaders don't want to have one because they'd have to come out themselves and say where they stand. And so an awful lot of pressure is being put on local MPs not to say anything, and that appears to be happening here.